We're two hitchhikers. We met while hiking Mount Baldy with mutual friends, wasted no time, got engaged on a frozen alpine lake, got hitched, and have been adventuring together since. We're embarking on a new adventure of living big in a tiny home. Let's see how this goes.
Adventure awaits.
Okay, well, today's adventure has brought us to Sonoma, California. We are on the hunt for a water filtration system to filter out all of the heavy iron content that we have in the water. And Ruben has been doing a lot of research online of what we need to get this sediment out, to get the iron out. And he found a couple of systems that will work, but they're pretty pricey. So he's also doing some heavy research and figuring out, if anybody is selling something that they no longer use anymore, something gently used. We would like this filtration system to be able to filter everything out before it gets to any part of the future home. So this will include drinking water, dishes, laundry, you name it, everything you use water for. So anyhow, that is what brought us south, but Ruben kept it from me that we were actually coming to wine country. So when I started seeing the vineyards, I got pretty excited. And I'm hoping that after this, and hopefully this is a success, he's talking to the guy right now, that's why he's not sitting next to me. Hopefully this is a success, and maybe we get a little wine tasting in afterwards. That would be sort of a win-win. Unfortunately, wine tasting in Sonoma and Napa proved to be too much effort for the amount of time we had. The county returned, or is still, under stringent safety policy, and tastings are only done on a reservation basis, depending on how much room they have on outdoor patios. Tasting costs have also gone up considerably. Rather than dealing with the high costs and jumping through hoops when our focus for being here is the water filtration system and not gallivanting around vineyards, we opted to patron a restaurant and have a drink at the bar there instead. No, restaurants do not require reservations, and you may sit inside. Make of it what you will. Well, the water filtration system in Sonoma did not work out. However, another one came up, and we're here picking it up now. So, yay!
Okay, we just started the car and we're on our way. Whew.
What a day.
What a day.
But we did it.
So, when you go on Craigslist and you go through the adventure of talking to people and trying to get an idea of not an idea, but you literally start shopping for the things that you want, I ran across a well filter system that is specific for iron. And when you have just that, you still need the pressure tank and you need the sediment filter. So basically all we're doing is turning the iron into a sludge, and then we still need to buy a filter. And at the same time, I found this Whirlpool sediment and iron filter built in one. So I messaged both of them at the same time because I need to see these systems to see if they work out. And so we stopped at the first place, which was in Sonoma. And that was a fun little spot to hang out with. But the reason we went to Sonoma is because I already came to the conclusion that I didn't want to use their system because it was just going to require me to purchase more things. But for some reason, I ended up messaging the Sonoma people thinking that I was speaking to the Dublin person. And so we took a detour into Sonoma, so we got to taste some wine. It was very nice wine. And then we took the little detour of driving all the way to Dublin and picking up this behemoth right here that is able to filter the water from the iron and all the other minerals. For a whole day of tasting some wine, getting some burger, and going to Costco. And
you make it sound like we went wine tasting all day. I had one glass of wine.
was a very big
so
glass.
good.
It was very big glass.
For a Smurf. But I'm thankful. It was nice to be in Sonoma, and yes, I did taste that one glass of wine, which was very nice.
Yes.
It was an unoaked Chardonnay. Prior to the mix-up of locations and water filters, what we thought would be a half-day excursion south turned out to be a full day, and then some. The guy who had the system we did need turned out to not be available until 7:30 or 8 that evening, so we had time to kill in the area, like 4 hours, in the heat. Now, although this seemed like forever, we made the best of it, and Ruben gave me a little tour of the area he used to live and work in. By the time we left the Bay Area, the sun was setting, and we made the long drive home. We settled into sleep just around 2:30 a.m., just in time to be greeted by the full moon shining in our faces like the interrogation flashlight it felt like it was. To all of you who asked if we enjoyed the full moon, yeah, it was quite magical.
In today's adventure, we get to diagnose a 2005 Toyota Tacoma. Customer states vehicle overheated, turned off, and was able to start it back up again, but now misfires. So we get to find out which cylinder is misfiring and then figure out where the coolant leaked out of to cause the overheating, and then see what damage was done to the engine so that we can see what needs to be fixed. Customers authorized the cylinder heads to be removed and to be like taken to the machine shop where they're going to be able to pretty much do their magic that I don't have the tools to do here. So if I had the milling machine, if I had the valve grinders, trust, it'll be getting done in-house. But future. That's what's going to be happening soon. So what's happening now is I got to take these cylinder heads off so that the people that quoted me 3 weeks to get it done, I might be lucky and I'll be able to get these taken care of a lot sooner. But yeah, hard times. From there, yeah, just pretty much once I get them back, slap them on. Happy days, happy gone. Okay, happy days. The head bolt, when it's stripped out, what I ended up having to do is cutting this top part off. So now I have that head right there, and now I need to take out that little washer, take the rest of the head bolts off, hopefully not stripping any of those, and then the cylinder head gets to come off. Good morning, y'all. So our video of the diagnosis got scrambled because of the heat, but what we have here is the cylinder heads have come off. Number 5 cylinder was misfiring because the intake valve seat basically broke off and was causing the misfire on this cylinder right here. And what we have here is the telltale signs of a washed out piston, and a washed out piston, and a washed out piston. So we have a blown head gasket going into cylinders number 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, and 4 and 6. So it's at the machine shop waiting for them to be replaced or fixed, and then I get to remember how all of these things get put back together. So, all right, here we go.
All right, so here is a prime example of how directions are given out here. We were given an address and a road number, no city because this address is not in a city, and the directions literally say go 10 or 15 miles past X and look for a black mailbox next to a blue mailbox. And that's what we're looking for right now.
Hoping that we didn't already pass it.
Because we have trailer in tow and we've just gone over a mountain pass. So,
things we do for free wood.
okay, this is looking promising. We're seeing some cows that are grazing, and we're also seeing some structures up ahead.
Up in the bottom out, they just moved in, so it's all right. Just let them know I'm on my way.
All right, cool.
Thank you. All right, bye.
Where we saw that cow is where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, you're right.
Blue mailbox.
There's the blue mailbox.
Ah.
Oh, he's trapped.
I'm gonna let him out.
Okay. He's scared. Oh, let him go. He's scared.
Making sure he doesn't get my arm.
Crawl up your sleeve. He's like, I found a nice dark hiding place. Oh, he's gone. This is the wood. It was all in here, and we are trying to get it all into the back of the trailer there. And we get to go out this mountain pass. I'm doing this backwards again. But we came upon a lot of wood, and we are really going to need this for the build out of a lot of things. We came upon this gently used lumber from part of a farm that went out of commission earlier than expected. By putting in a few trips of gas, time, and our own sweat equity, we got thousands of dollars worth of lumber for a fraction of the retail cost.
That was a lot of wood.
That was a lot. A lot.
But we made a friend. Greg is asking for us to move a couple more things. So hopefully it works out and we get more awesome things for free. So.
But we had to pay a little bit for all of that.
Hey man, that's how you pay. You pay for trust, man.
This is true. This is true. But we really lucked out, and we're so thankful that that worked out for us, because this lumber is just,
yeah,
we're going to be able to use it for so many things.
Yeah, and lumber prices are going down, but it's still hard to get, so it still works out.
Yes, this is true. And especially right now with so many like projects that we have going on, like in our heads, I think initially we thought, oh, we're going to do this first and then move on to this.
Oh yeah, there's so much on top of everything. It's like, I'm going to build this square box. Well, you need right angle screws. It's like, what?
Which means, we don't have right angle screws, right? So we've got to go into town to go to the hardware store, local hardware store. That's a 20-minute drive in. You spend 20 minutes there, 20 minutes drive back. That's an hour errand just to go to the local hardware store.
And if anyone ever tells you that you need right angle screws, they're lying to you, okay? It's just messing with y'all. But we got the water filter. That is for a future project. The reason why we jumped on it is because the well water is something that is a very, very big priority to us. And I've consistently been keeping an eye out for any system that is affordable to us that is going to allow us to move forward with our water system. So this thing just popped up and I snatched it as quick as we could because it's very expensive.
And I got to have a glass of wine in Sonoma.
A very big glass.
My mom would be very upset with the pour that they gave us or gave me.
she would have been like with the. She would have actually hit the cup with. It's okay, Mom. I know, but you get what you deserve. You always get what you deserve. And I respect that.
So this coming week, what we're focusing on now is building out the windows in the shed. We can finally focus on the shed now, and we need those windows in because this breeze now can go in the shed, and then we'll be protected from some of the elements.
Yeah. And it'll cool it down, which is really good because the shed already isn't that hot.
Yeah, it's not as bad as the shipping containers. The shipping containers
is an oven. They're ovens.
I could bake sourdough bread in there. I mean, it would
a
not
good
turn
starter.
out well, but yeah.
It would be a good starter. It would proof it really well. But yeah, the shipping containers are not our home. We are not the boxcar children. We're just trying to build out the shed. And today we actually went into it, and the shed was not hot at all.
It was not terrible. It was not. But we both agreed that when the time comes and we actually move into this as our tiny home, we're going to miss sleeping under the stars. Waking up and seeing the stars, I'm going to miss that. Maybe not so much the full moon.
I know.
That is literally
That is a flashlight, man. And when it goes over the horizon, it catches you because you're just like, da-na-na.
Well, the first time it came up when the moon was really big and came over the horizon, I literally thought a car had pulled up into our property and was shining its headlights directly at us. I'm like, who's here?
Yeah.
It's just the moon.
Yeah.
So yes, it's magical.
But future projects is the building out the windows, hopefully getting a call saying that the cylinder heads are done and ready to pick up so that I can put the cylinder heads back on the car and just give a person their car back because cars are not cheap today. Neither are repairs. So, yeah. Adventure.
Oh wait. Thanks for watching.